Elon Musk's bold denouncement of advertising stirred up a storm of controversy and ignited multifaceted public debates. His resolute dismissal of traditional advertising methods sparked amazement, underscoring his divergence from conventional business strategies. But what lies behind Musk's vehement opposition to advertising?
Don't miss.
What is Elon Musk's opinion on advertising, and why is it so strong? How does Elon Musk perceive the impact of an advertising boycott on the company? What does Musk's confidence in facing consequences reveal about his approach to criticism and adversity?
And obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
You don't want them to advertise? Elon Musk firmly rejects traditional advertising methods, advocating for independence, both on a personal and corporate level. His stance resonates with people, showcasing a strong determination to resist outside influences.
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself. Elon Musk firmly rejects the use of advertising due to its potential for exploitation, its threat to personal integrity, and any hint of coercion it may imply.
But
go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
But go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience. Elon Musk's skillful communication, characterized by clear and straightforward language, earns him immense admiration for his direct and honest approach.
well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
F-Y.
Well, let me ask you then. Why? Elon Musk's brief response highlights his lack of concern for potential critics or those questioning his position. It demonstrates a bold defiance that can strongly resonate.
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda
no,
Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
So actually what this advertising boycott is going to do is it's going to kill the company. The talk about what might happen after an advertising boycott shows a strong urgency to deal with outside pressures and a firm determination to fight for the company's survival.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
The whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail, highlighting the importance of documenting and attributing responsibility to advertisers, demonstrates a commitment to holding them accountable and ensuring transparency in corporate actions.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things and that they were inappropriate things.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things and that they were inappropriate things. The key is to be open to recognizing potential objections and strongly defending your position against criticism. This involves actively addressing these concerns instead of ignoring them.
And they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
Okay, then this.
Elon Musk's rejection of advertising norms sparks debates on business ethics and a future less dependent on ad revenue. His firm's stance symbolizes a push for integrity, autonomy, and new business models. Musk vehemently refuses advertising, stressing his determination not to succumb to advertiser pressure. He highlights the potential impact on the company and asserts that any downfall would result from advertisers' actions. Musk's unconventional stance prompts crucial discussions about business ethics and the need to reconsider ad-focused models. Elon Musk's resolute stance against succumbing to advertising pressure exemplifies individual autonomy. His rejection of traditional advertising methods upholds personal integrity against external coercion. Examining Musk's defiance reveals a departure from conventional norms. It challenges prevailing business practices and advocates ethical conduct. The significance of ethical integrity in decision-making is underscored. In spite of potential consequences, Musk's firm resolve displays psychological resilience. His determination to challenge the status quo, record its impact, and withstand potential adversity mirrors a steadfast conviction in his beliefs. Musk's reference to the Earth attempts to shift accountability for the company's fate from individuals or advertisers to broader, abstract entities, a move aimed at framing judgments beyond individual responsibility. The emotional undercurrents in Musk's reactions, especially his frustration and rebellion, shed light on his responses to external pressure. His emphasis on ethical integrity, while acknowledging the economic repercussions of the advertising boycott, raises queries about the delicate balance between economic pragmatism and ethical principles in decision-making.
What do you think?
Elon Musk delves into the core of Tesla's triumph, discussing the fusion of AI within the corporate realm, while expressing his perspectives on environmental stewardship. Musk's distinct viewpoint accentuates Tesla's unorthodox path within the industry, emphasizing a sincere dedication to substantial influence rather than a mere facade of reputation.
Don't miss.
How has Tesla contributed to the environment compared to other companies? What does Elon Musk prioritize, perception or actual positive impact? How does Musk view his influence in relation to his responsibility towards doing good?
The approach to some of the stuff you're doing with AI has been very specific, right? There's not a let the chips fall where they may approach to those businesses, I don't think.
No, we focus on making the best products. And Tesla's gotten to where it's gotten with no advertising at all.
We focus on making the best products. And Tesla's gotten to where it's gotten with no advertising at all. Elon Musk emphasizes the success of products without relying on traditional advertising. He values actual performance over constant self-promotion, highlighting the importance of value in creative marketing approaches.
I understand that.
Tesla currently sells twice as much in terms of electric vehicles as the rest of electric car makers in the United States combined.
Tesla currently sells twice as much in terms of electric vehicles as the rest of electric car makers in the United States combined. Tesla dominates the market with its innovative edge, streamlining operations to secure success.
Tesla has done more to help the environment than all other companies combined.
Tesla has done more to help the environment than all other companies combined. The focus is on how private businesses, rather than government intervention, are believed to have the power to make significant positive changes in addressing global issues, especially concerning the environment.
It would be fair to say that, therefore, as a leader of the company, I've done more for the environment than everyone else, any single human on Earth.
It would be fair to say that, therefore, as a leader of the company, I've done more for the environment than anyone. Any single human on Earth celebrates the significant impact individuals and companies have on the environment. It praises their achievements and highlights the positive outcomes that can result from their actions in a free market.
How do you feel about that? No, No,
How do I feel about that?
Yeah, no, I'm asking you personally how you feel about that, because we're talking about power and influence and.
I'm saying what I care about is the reality of goodness, not the perception of it.
I'm saying what I care about is the reality of goodness, not the perception of it. The focus on Musk's portrayal emphasizes the importance of creating genuine positive effects on how the public perceives him. This means highlighting authenticity and depth, rather than solely relying on images aiming to evoke empathy among the audience.
And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil. Fuck them.
And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil. Fuck them. Elon Musk is known for his candid and direct statements, which don't shy away from calling out people he sees as hypocritical.
Okay?
Elon Musk's perspective illuminates the fusion of AI within ethical business frameworks and environmental stewardship. His stress on tangible outcomes reconstructs the definition of achievement, advocating for substantive societal advancements rather than mere surface-level impressions. Tesla's evolution embodies a radical transformation in corporate accountability and ecological mindfulness. Elon Musk is deeply committed to ethical leadership principles, steering away from conventional advertising methods. His focus lies in genuine leadership, rejecting superficial facades and evaluating actual influence as the embodiment of authentic leadership. He emphasizes the significance of tangible contribution over mere appearances. Musk asserts that Tesla's impact on the environment surpasses that of all other companies combined, highlighting a profound sense of personal responsibility. He firmly believes that his role as Tesla's leader significantly influences environmental matters, underscoring his deep accountability for ecological concerns. Detached from the emotional aspect of Musk's substantial environmental impact, his emphasis on tangible goodness over personal sentiment represents a departure from seeking emotional gratification. This departure prioritizes visible outcomes and pragmatic actions over emotional perceptions. Musk openly criticizes individuals who champion what seems noble while perpetuating harmful behaviors. His stance appears as a critique of societal norms, an expression of the gulf between appearances and genuine intentions, showcasing his disdain for superficial virtue signaling. Musk's perspective on Tesla's role in environmental preservation aims to inspire companies to prioritize practical contributions to societal causes. He seeks to redefine the narrative surrounding corporate responsibility, catalyzing a paradigm shift in this realm. Musk underscores the importance of visible contributions, cherishes individual influence and authenticity, and values personal responsibility and genuine conduct over external validation.
What do you think?
Elon Musk's recent comments regarding voting options and the vital nature of free speech provide a nuanced glimpse into his viewpoints. Musk expressed reservations about endorsing specific candidates, notably Biden, expressing concerns regarding their inclinations towards supporting censorship. He underscored the immense value of constitutional liberties, particularly the freedom of speech, drawing parallels between the United States and Canada. Musk's remarks illuminate the crucial role played by unrestrained expression in shaping political inclinations, emphasizing its pivotal position in nurturing dynamic democratic societies.
Don't miss.
What are Elon Musk's views on voting for Biden or Trump? Why does Elon Musk express concern about supporting a pro-censorship candidate? What constitutional rights does Musk highlight in his discussion, particularly in contrast to Canada's rights?
Could you see yourself voting for President Biden? If it's a Biden-Trump election, for example?
I think I would not vote for Biden.
You'd vote for Trump?
I'm not saying I'd vote for Trump, but I mean, this is definitely a difficult choice, yeah.
And I think I would not vote for Biden. You'd vote for Trump. I'm not saying I'd vote for Trump, but I mean, This is definitely a difficult choice here. Elon Musk acknowledges uncertainty and challenges in decision-making, drawing parallels to the complexities of political choices, like picking among candidates.
You know,
Would you vote for Nikki Haley? Nikki Haley, by the way, wants all social media names to be exposed, as you know.
no, I think that's outrageous. Yeah, no, I'm not going to vote for some pro-censorship candidate.
No, I'm not going to vote for some pro-censorship candidate. Strongly opposes government intervention in free expression and open discussions. It firmly rejects any pro-censorship stance linked to governmental control in these areas.
Like I said, I mean, I think these you have to consider that there is a lot of wisdom in these amendments, I mean the Constitution.
You have to consider that there is a lot of wisdom in these amendments. The Constitution, the recognition of constitutional wisdom, highlights a commitment to fundamental values and rights, emphasizing the core principles embedded in the Constitution.
A lot of things that we take for granted here in the United States that don't even exist in Canada. There's no constitutional right to freedom of speech in Canada.
There's not enough constitutional rights to freedom of speech in Canada. Canada's constitutional rights mirror the values cherished by American conservatives who highly esteem American exceptionalism. Elon Musk himself acknowledges the unmatched protection provided by the United States Constitution.
So, and there's no Miranda rights in Canada. People think you have the right to remain silent. You don't actually in Canada. I'm half Canadian. I can say these things, I suppose. The freedom of speech is incredibly important. Even when people, like I said, it's actually especially important. In fact, it is only relevant when people you don't like can say things you don't like.
Freedom of speech is incredibly important. Even when people said and like that. Like I said, it's actually especially important. In fact, it is only relevant when people you don't like can say things you don't like. Elon Musk highlights the crucial importance of free speech, emphasizing the value of embracing opposing views, protecting diverse opinions, and supporting the freedom to express unpopular or controversial ideas. This promotes understanding and connection with a wide range of perspectives.
And
Elon Musk's commentary illuminates the intricate interplay among voting preferences, the freedom to express oneself, and the rights enshrined in the Constitution. His stress on the crucial nature of unrestricted expression, even when it involves less popular viewpoints, echoes as a fundamental cornerstone in molding political leanings and safeguarding the essence of democracy. Elon Musk's stance of non-alignment with any candidate presents a multifaceted ethical dilemma. This refusal signifies a deliberate evaluation, rather than a swift alliance with political figures, showcasing a thoughtful decision-making process driven by core values. Musk's mention of Nikki Haley and his engagement with social media indicates a keen awareness of the considerable sway social platforms hold over public personas. This recognition underscores the associated hazards of public exposure and the profound impact social media scrutiny wields. His reflections resonate deeply with constitutional rights, specifically emphasizing the sanctity of free speech and underscoring the significance of fundamental liberties. This stands in stark contrast to certain governmental actions, like the removal of free speech laws by the Liberal Party, led by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, highlighting a divergence in perspectives among different nations. Musk's acknowledgement of the press's validity, despite his contrary views on free speech, validates the pivotal role media plays in societal conversations. It emphasizes a genuine test of the breadth of expression. By aligning a candidate's stance on fundamental rights, especially free speech, with individual political leanings, Musk emphasizes the guiding principles influencing voting preferences and the essence of unrestricted expression. His comparison between constitutional rights in the United States and Canada mirrors his comprehension of legal disparities, acknowledging how varying rights impact the freedom of expression across different nations.
What do you think?
I promote myself and my videos. Hello, I'm Bong Sim, a Canadian resident of Asian descent. During the day, I work as a professional counselor, and at night, I do Uber food delivery. Instead of speaking in my videos, I prefer to express myself through writing. In today's world, speaking the truth can have serious consequences, both for my professional life and personal well-being. That's why I'm choosing to pen down my thoughts and using a platform to share them on my behalf. Some people find my videos uninteresting, too strict, and they even criticize the appearance of the individuals featured, including their tiredness, Asian, or perceived flaws. I understand these concerns, but I genuinely believe in the purpose behind creating these videos. Unfortunately, recent Canadian legislation has resulted in the censorship of free speech and online content. And although Google hasn't explicitly admitted their involvement, I suspect they play a part in it. Despite my efforts to monetize my content on YouTube, I haven't been able to earn any income from it. I've tried 3 times, and all my attempts were rejected. They turned me down for reasons like lacking creativity, not having a recognizable face, or not having a distinct voice. Nevertheless, I've made several adjustments to my videos, hoping to overcome these challenges. If you share my belief and support what I'm doing, I would genuinely appreciate your backing. Elon Musk has delved into the changing contours of freedom of speech, pointing out a notable evolution in ideological stances among political factions. Musk has noted a historical transition wherein the left, traditionally advocates of free speech, seems to lean more towards censorship, compared to the current inclinations of the right.
Don't miss.
How has Elon Musk observed the change in attitudes toward freedom of speech between political parties? What approach does Musk advocate for combating misinformation on the X platform? Can you provide an example of how community notes were used to address false advertising, as mentioned by Musk?
I think right now that
they're meaningless.
You think right now the Republican candidates or the Democrats are more inclined? I mean, this is where you go to, I assume, to woke and anti-woke and the mind virus issue that you've talked about. Which party do you think is more pro freedom of speech, given all the things you've seen? Because we also see,
yes.
DeSantis, preventing people from reading certain things. Maybe you think that's correct.
No, look, we actually are in an odd situation here, where, on balance, the Democrats appear to be more pro-censorship than the Republicans.
On balance, the Democrats appear to be more pro-censorship than the Republicans. Elon Musk highlighted the Democratic Party's apparent lean towards censorship, raising concerns about restricting free expression. This shift suggests a move away from the traditional left's strong focus on promoting free speech.
And that used to be the opposite. It used to be, the left position was freedom of speech.
It used to be, the left position was freedom of speech. The discussion about the left's changing view on free speech often points out a perceived move away from traditional liberal beliefs. It stresses a shift from classical liberal principles and values.
I believe at one point, the ACLU even defended the right of someone to claim that they were Nazi or something like that, So, there really were, the left was, freedom of speech is fundamental. My at least perception, perhaps it isn't accurate, is that the pro-censorship is more on the left than the right.
My perception, perhaps it isn't accurate, is that the pro-censorship is more on the left than the right. Elon Musk acknowledges the possibility of differing from his own views, values intellectual honesty and self-awareness, and adopts a deliberate and open-minded approach aligned with his core principles.
We certainly get more complaints from the left than the right, let me put it that way.
We certainly get more complaints from the left than the right. Elon Musk's claim finds support in the abundance of complaints, primarily coming from the left, suggesting an imbalance in today's environment of free speech. This pattern highlights a greater tendency among the left to voice disagreement or concern.
But my aspiration for the X platform is that it is the best source of truth, or the least inaccurate source of truth. And well, I don't know if you will believe me or not, but I think honesty is the best policy, and I think that the truth will win over time.
Honesty is the best policy, and I think that the truth will win over time. Elon Musk's dedication to honesty and his firm belief in the victory of truth are evident in his approach. He champions the resilience of truth, transparency, and a value system that upholds their enduring strength. Musk's commitment underscores the significance of truthfulness and transparency in his endeavors, emphasizing their fundamental role in achieving success.
And we've got this great system, and it's getting better, called Community Notes, which is fantastic, I think, at correcting falsehoods or adding context. In fact, we make a point of not removing anything, but only adding context.
We make a point of not removing anything, but only adding context. Elon Musk's approach centers on embracing challenging or controversial ideas, encouraging open discussions and debates, and offering more context, rather than censoring content to fit particular values.
Now, that context could include that this is completely false, and here's why. And no one is immune to this. I'm not immune to it. Advertisers are not immune to it. In fact, we've had Community Notes, which has caused us some loss in advertising. Speaking of loss in advertising revenue, if a community note, if there's false advertising, the Community Note will say, "This is false," and here is why. There's one specific example that is public knowledge, so I'll mention it, which is at one point Uber had this ad which said, "Earn like a boss." And it was community noted, if by boss you mean $12.47 an hour, this did cause at least a temporary suspension of advertising from Uber.
Elon Musk's recent statements indicate a substantial change in how we view free speech on political beliefs. His claim that Democrats lean towards censorship nowadays is a departure from their past tendencies, causing us to contemplate the shifting landscape of politics. Musk's dedication to fostering truth on the X platform underscores the value of precise information while safeguarding the freedom to express oneself openly. Elon Musk's stance on favoring left-wing censorship revolves around his intent to dissect contemporary political dynamics. He aims to pivot the Democratic Party towards endorsing censorship, a departure from its historical advocacy for free speech, aiming to regulate public discourse for the sake of retaining control. Elon Musk's dedication lies in upholding the accuracy of Platform X through community contributions, seeking to combat misinformation while safeguarding the freedom of expression. His vision centers on cultivating a truth-centered platform that fosters a nuanced comprehension of information. Across time, Elon Musk's unwavering belief in the supremacy of truth intertwines with his introduction of community contributions as a testament to his commitment to transparency and accountability. This endeavor underscores his determination to prioritize accuracy, even if it risks potential revenue loss for advertisers. Despite Elon Musk's data indicating a higher volume of left-leaning complaints about censorship compared to the right, suggesting discernible trends in political orientations and a historical alignment on free speech, censorship itself is seen as a strategic advantage within the democratic sphere. Elon Musk's aspiration for Platform X to serve as a bastion of truth manifests as an endeavor to carve out a domain where truthful and contextually accurate information receives precedence. It's an earnest effort to counteract misinformation while upholding an environment conducive to open discourse.
What do you think?